We begin at 11 following breaking news. IMPD homicide detectives are investigating a sixth death tonight, this one near 10th and Tuxedo. We've been following all of the investigations tonight. News 8's Richard Essex is at the latest scene. And Richard, what are you learning tonight?
Well, what we can tell you is the investigation is just getting started. It is a 21-year-old male. Now, police are not saying exactly how this man was killed, but they are investigating it as a homicide. They say that he was found on a sidewalk just about a half block up from 10th Street on Tuxedo. Now, this makes the sixth person this weekend in about a 24-hour period. Now, so far, police have not released the names of any of the victims. They haven't released the names of any suspects. And the youngest victim of all this violence over the weekend, 17 years old, shot in broad daylight on a fairly busy street. The time span is less than 24 hours. The clock started ticking when police were called to Belafonte Street on the near northeast side of town.
Just after 10 o'clock this evening.
Police found one man shot to death in the middle of the road. By the time the cops got there was nothing they could do. 2 hours later, another shooting around 11:15 Saturday night when police were called to the 7100 block of Twin Oaks Drive, which is near 34th and Shadeland. Police found a man with a gunshot wound lying in the sidewalk. Reverend Dr. Charles Harrison told News 8 this rash of violence is a public safety crisis.
Yeah, this is outrageous. This is troubling. This is outrageous. And we got to respond to this as a city. Leaders, we have to come together and we have to really say this cannot be acceptable and tolerated in our city. We cannot have this kind of senseless violence go on in this city.
The violence continued. Very early Sunday morning, another shooting at what police describe as a biker bar on Roosevelt Avenue. A total of 5 people shot. A woman that was inside the bar was pronounced dead at the scene. A second victim later died at the hospital.
Just before 3 o'clock this afternoon, officers responded to the 3400 block of North Franklin Road.
Then in broad daylight, a 17-year-old boy was walking along Franklin Road and he was shot once. Police say the suspect fired one shot from a car. The victim's friend was not hit, and as a witness, police took him from the scene for questioning. Reverend Harrison says this could be the start of a long summer.
Well, it could be, and that's the concern, that when the weather tends to warm up, we tend to have a lot more violence on the streets. So it should be concerning to all of us, and while we have to address it immediately.
Police are investigating the sixth homicide of the weekend. It's been just over 24 hours, and we are now at our sixth homicide of the weekend. Now, detectives say that they are working almost around the clock, and they're asking if you have any information about any of this violence over the weekend, to please call 262-TIPS. From the Near East Side, Richard Essex, Wish TV, News 8.
Thanks, Richard.